It wasn't until I left that I realized how much in pain I was. I can't say this to you enough. I don't know how to convey how good it feels to be on the other side of a toxic workplace. Now, I know it's really, really hard to consider leaving or to think about leaving or to take the step to actually leave a job. I know it is, because for me, and probably for you too, you're like, okay, I make good money. I don't have any other options. I need to be able to pay my bills. All of these things are real, okay? But if you are in the position to plan to leave, to plan to get away from the toxic workplace, I urge you to do so. I urge you to do so, okay? So let's go through a couple of ways that you can do that, okay? First of all, you've got to get your escape fund together. Like, you've got to get your bank together. This is where I did not come through. I did not do that, okay? I was throwing money, trying to set up a situation for a company to be successful, and I kept throwing money at it, right? Because I was miserable in my job. Don't do that, okay? If you can stand it and you know that it's time for you to go and you want to go, start putting money to the side. I know there's a lot of flashy, shiny objects, and I am as guilty as the next person, okay? If I'm on TikTok, I see this, I want that, I want to travel, I want to go, I want to do. But the security that you have when you have money in the bank is unmatched. I've said that, okay? So when you have no money in the bank, it will change the way you allow people to treat you. You will put up with more bullshit when you are broke than when you have money in the bank, okay? So number one, get that fund together. Save the money. This isn't a financial video. I'm just saying get your money together, because if you decide to walk away, you need to feel secure about that decision. As somebody who did not do that, I can tell you, do that. All right. Next, I want to tell you, Black women are obviously losing their jobs right now in this country. And I feel, and I've talked about this as well, I feel that it is time for us to take care of ourselves. And if you desire to work for somebody else, that is totally fine. That is fine. Everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur. But if there is something that you want to do, I highly encourage you to start making steps toward that. Now, it can be overwhelming because you're out here, you're on the internet, and you're looking at everybody, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and that's fine. But they didn't just get there, right? Making the moves to transition careers or do your own thing, it takes time. And sometimes you have to play the long game, right? You have to play the long game. So put together a plan so that you have your steps in order, so that you know that you're going to be doing this and this and this and this, and you check off all those things so you are ready to make the jump. So you are ready to make those pivots, okay? You can't just go out here willy-nilly. You can't just turn on the camera and decide, I'm going to be an influencer. That's ridiculous, right? Everybody's doing that. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work. And let me tell you one other thing, and I know this as somebody who started 2 businesses and now this podcast. You have to be so passionate about whatever it is that you desire to do, that you want to do. So don't make rash decisions. Decide, I'm going to just do this, or I'm just going to do that. No, you need to be passionate about that thing, because that's what's going to get you through, okay? That's going to help you get to the finish line. Okay. Next, before you get ready to leave, and if you're in a toxic work environment, and I've said this before, get your CYA journal together. Journal, take notes, keep records of everything that's going on, because you don't want to be out of a job before you're ready to be out of a job, right? Because that's going to bring on more stress, more toxicity, right? Definitely keep records of everything. Make sure you are crossing all your T's, you are dotting all your I's, you are completely together at your current job so that you're holding on to that income until you're ready to let it go. Okay? Next, community. Community. What is your community? Okay? I'm not just talking about personally, because you need that. You need personal community, but also your network and your community for wherever it is you're trying to go. Okay. Abby talked about this a lot in episode 18 when she was thinking about getting out of her current law firm and going to work in immigration law. And she went to conferences and events and she was readying herself, preparing herself. I also talked about this. I can't remember the episode right now, but I talked about the skill of learning how to do something. So work on developing those skills that you do not have while you're working. Invest in the courses, invest in the certifications. You don't have to stay where you are. Who told you that? Sometimes we get stuck in our own mind, right? So go to events, network, meet people, take courses, do the prep work so that you're more marketable, not just to other organizations, but maybe to your own clients if you want to be an entrepreneur. Take the necessary steps, but don't just sit back and hope things are going to change. Who knows when you're going to get a job, right? Maybe you can figure out like some sort of side hustle where you can kind of test the waters. But there are tons of free courses out here, certifications out here that you can get. The Ivy Leagues offer tons of courses for free. And I'm just going to slide a little soft promo in because I don't have it ready, but I have an amazing tool, a free amazing tool coming to you guys very, very, very soon that is going to help you with this process. Okay. It's coming. I just want to throw that out there. But back to what I'm saying. I don't want to say be a victim because sometimes we are victims. Shit happens to us. It absolutely does. But in the face of adversity, we can make amazing things happen, right? So take the course, find the certification, figure out what it is you want to do and make the plan so you can order your steps to get there. Okay? Don't just sit back and be miserable in your work environment. It is literally killing you.